It's Dragon Ball time! Hello, welcome to another figure review. Today we're gonna have a look at the S.H.Figuarts Captain Ginyu, the captain of the Ginyu Force, the Horn Boy, and one of Frieza's #1 fighters. Finally getting around to reviewing this one. I hadn't been standing around for a long time. We got more Ginyu Force people coming up, so S.H.Figuarts really coming through, delivering on completing your Dragon Ball line. So, is this one good though? That's the question I'm about to answer. Let's go. Size matters, and he does have some of that. 17.5 centimeters to the top of his head, which means we're going up to roughly 6.8 inches tall. Look in detail of the figure. It is definitely Ginyu. Face sculpt looks pretty good. He has all the veins in it, and the we got smirking face with the scouter on there. And I'll get to the scouter stuff once we get to the accessories, because they made some questionable choices overall for this figure, just not for the scouters. You have the horns, the horn boy on there. Those are nice and shiny, and they really did a good job with making some pieces more shiny than others. You know, his skin tone is completely muted, as you can tell in the purple, but the horns are shiny and also very sharp. Be careful with that. The detail on the scouter is nicely painted. Don't have any problem with that. But overall, paint, as far as paint goes, yeah, I mean, let's see, I don't think the skin is painted. It looks pretty plain, but that's maybe per design. As I was saying, it's not supposed to be shiny. Then you have the shoulder pads with the muted brown on there. The connection of those is, well, non-existent, but that's, again, more on that later. With the articulation, you have the Ginyu Force symbol on his chest, and a very nice and shiny, you know, the Frieza armor in the black variant. It looks pretty good, actually. I like how it's reflecting off. Then you have a butt, which is very important, and it looks kind of wonky though because of the articulation. It's segmented into like 3 pieces. You have the middle. I'm examining butts. Here we go! It's butt time! Panzer time also. But yeah, it's segmented into 3 pieces. You have like the middle where the cheeks meet, and then there's this kind of draped over it, and obviously the leg part which connects to it. So overall, I don't know, the butt's not great, and it's just weird. I know, but it's Ginyu, guys. I wouldn't talk about the butt if we didn't have, you know, this, and he can do this pose, by the way. But yeah, look at how this looks weird, how this just kind of stands out over there, just like he had a poo-poo. Anyway, wow, really going downhill with this review fast. Yeah, there's some more detail. You have kind of the armbands that go around, and crotch piece, which he does have a bit of a bulge, just saying. And nice muscle work in the legs. There's actually a ton of muscle work in this one. He's really buff, also around the neck area. I feel like, look at all his veins going down over there. So yeah, overall, Payne sculpt, especially the sculpt, pretty darn good. Articulation, we have the weirdest connection on the head. I'm just gonna show you that. I don't get it. I don't know what the idea behind it is, because it doesn't really accomplish much more than like the regular ball hinge ball pack combination. But the head, tilt side to side, goes all the way around without any trouble, and does go forward as far as the chin lets it, and does go to the back. Like, the main problem I have with this entire joint is like it doesn't hold on very well, and that also, but that's not the biggest issue. But yeah, it's not the tightest connection. And I don't think it's accomplishing more than a regular thing, like ball hinges that they usually do. So, neck articulation's very nice, goes back. Not really, but side to side. And obviously does leave a lot of gaps, but hey, it's super articulated. I wish it would have been, you know, a little bit filled up over here. Just a little bit. But anyway, since we got the shoulder pad off over there, it's just connected via a pack, if I can look for the shoulder joint. You got the pack, and you have a hinge in there, so as such it rotates a little bit up and down, but it is blocked by the mold, and it does go all the way up. They didn't even try to connect it over there, but that's, I guess, the nature of it. Like, they were more focused on doing good articulation in that regard. Have a hinge in your shoulder, and then that goes forward all the way, because you have a beautiful butterfly joint that rotates out. I mean, I say beautiful, it's actually The articulation of it is beautiful, but it looks ugly. But obviously, if you're gonna use that, you're not gonna pose them like that, right? You know, you don't want to expose that stuff. Then also, it is connected via a ball, so you can rotate that all the way around, and as such, it's pretty darn good. Bicep swivel. Actually, you can also rotate it there, but bicep swivel, double hinged elbow. It's pretty stiff on this side. And then for the fist, another weird choice. You have just a ball pack with a long pack, and you can rotate that around in there. Again, it's not bad, but wouldn't you just make a ball hinge as usual, and that would be better? But it does go forward, does go back, and this one's pretty loose actually now. Alright, cool. Also rotation completely on there. Chest articulation is very nice. That actually doesn't leave any gaps. Goes backward, goes forward, does tilt side to side, and does have some rotation, but I wouldn't, doesn't really go all the way around. For your hip articulation, this rotates very nicely, and it does have a ratchet in there, from what I can tell. What was that noise just now? Weird. Anyway, so you can bring them forward as they shown on the pictures. It does go all the way forward. So you can have the pose. Yippee! But anyway, back to the regular articulation. Then we have same thing as for the shoulder pads, packed in with hinges, goes up all the way. Legs move out, legs move forward, legs move to the back, and an angle though because they're blocked by the butt. Then you have rotation over here, double hinge knees, and same for the foot as for the fist. It's just on a peg once more, which, why? Why? So you can bring the peg itself in there, back and forth, has a good pivot, if you can rotate it around, and does go all the way around. Same thing, I don't feel like it's accomplishing much more than a hinge does. But then again, you don't really have much room to move around here, so maybe a long peg is the bad idea. I don't know, it works. I still find it kind of weird, and the toe hinge to round it off the articulation. Now for the accessories, we'll get to, first and foremost, the heads. Now, as I was saying earlier, the problem with the heads I have personally, please light up camera, thank you. Problem with the heads is you have 3 heads dedicated to wearing the scouter. As such, they just have this weird peg on the side. You cannot use that without, well, you could use it without scouter, but it just looks weird. You only have a single head that actually has a molded ear on the side as such. If you don't want to rock with the scouter, tough luck, this is the only face you're gonna get with it. Now, admittedly, he wears the scouter for 99% of the show. This is also, like, again, the regular face that he comes with, but yeah, he does wear the scouter for most of the time, but still, this being an action figure, I would have preferred the option. Anyway, well, they're giving you the option, but they're not giving you a lot of option parts. Anyway, you got another chest plate, which is supposed to be the injured one. Same thing with this one. I like the idea, but the execution is awful, because, like, what is this supposed to be? He just makes a hole in his chest. He this looks like nothing, honestly. And I know this is supposed to be family friendly and whatnot. You can't have a giant gaping hole with a lot of blood on it, but still, this just doesn't do it for me. So again, kind of waste of it. But anyway, then you got pointy fingers, and I know if you don't want it, then don't use it. Yes, but it's a review, idiot. Anyway, holding hands, booby grab hands, which do hold the Dragon Ball, which I will have a look at in a second. Unfortunately, we don't have anything to connect with the Dragon Ball. Again, something I would have preferred. Then you got the chop hands, which are very important for chopping his own chest, caving his own chest in, and the blast hands. But yeah, the Dragon Ball, 4-star Dragon Ball, 4-star Namekian Dragon Ball. It looks very nice. It actually has some heft to it, and look how it's glowing with the light radiating off of it. That is a really cool thing, and I love this Dragon Ball. And yeah, like I'm saying, the only thing I would have liked would have been a peg for a stable connection between the hand as such. It does rest on it, but yeah, don't... it does has some, okay. It works somewhat, but again, I'm always more for the stable connection, but that's a personal preference. And it's gonna do it, it's gonna bring me to the final thoughts for this Ginyu figure. I just got Lord Frieza in here real quick, just, you know, also give you an idea of the size. Because he does have some size, he does have a great look, he does have a great presence. I like the look, I like the articulation. And he does come with the right amount of accessories, not really much I can complain there, except for, now I'm going to complain about stuff, the fact that you're pretty much locked in having to use the Scout, which you only get one face, and then it's not fun to handle this guy. As I put him into a couple of poses, here they are, I kept having trouble with his shoulder pads, and like the brown pads just kept falling off. Why didn't they do that on a ball joint? I would not understand, because the connection isn't the greatest. Same thing for the head, the connection isn't the greatest. But other than that, yeah, I still like this figure, and these small complaints don't really take away from the fact that this is still a really good Ginyu with really everything you need. So, as such, I really recommend this guy. If you want to complete your Ginyu Force, obviously you gotta have them, and I'm just really happy that Figuarts is doing some different figures, some more figures to complete the line, and this is a really strong release with some small issues here and there, in my opinion. That's gonna do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for figure reviews, card game stuff, and whatever Ginyu wants. More stability and like stuff like that. Okay. Actually, it stays in there right now, of course. But anyway, just moving that around and it will fall off. Anyway, I'm giving up. Bye.